movie Gladiator begins with Russell Crowe standing on the banks in Germany with his troops. And he says to his troops, what we do today will echo through eternity. My question is, what we do in this club, the words that we say, will they echo through eternity? As a Christian, I believe that we are all fallen in sin. And that God, because He loved us so much, He sent His Son to earth to die a cruel death on the cross, raised on the third day, 40 days later ascended to heaven, so we could have peace with God. And when I think about that, I think about what does that mean? The Bible tells us that anybody who confesses with their tongue that Jesus is Lord and believes in their heart that Jesus was raised from the dead, they will be saved. As a Christian, we believe that our souls are eternal. So, what do we do in TGIF? Will that echo through eternity? And I got thinking about that. And I thought, if it is belief that makes us right with God, what we do, does that really matter? Of course it matters. During the Reformation, about 500 years ago, the Reformers asked the simple question, what is the purpose of man? And their answer was, the purpose of man is to glorify God and enjoy Him forever. But what does it mean to glorify God? In the Bible, Paul writes a letter to a church in Corinth. And that church is in a big mess. And he says to the church in Corinth, you can have everything. You can have all these blessings from God. But if you don't have love, you got nothing. For me, to glorify God is to love. To love all of you. But how to love? To love is to honor. To love is to honor the people around us. So I asked myself, all right, well, as a Toastmaster, what does it mean to honor my brothers and sisters sitting next to me? When we look at the core values of Toastmasters, integrity, respect, service, excellence. You notice the first three, integrity, respect, service. This is actually all about honor. Our incoming Born and Shine president spoke about to serve is to lead. Sorry, to serve is to love. To serve is to love. That's embedded in our Toastmasters core values. But notice the last one, excellence. That's at the bottom of it. No less important, but at the bottom. Integrity, respect, service. On a foundation of excellence. The way we build a culture of honor is we lay a foundation of excellence. Not for me, but for you. And you lay a foundation of excellence, not for you, but for the people around you. What that means is that every time you walk through that door, you walk into your own excellence. No matter what the role, whether it is timer, whether it is eye counter, whether it is just sitting in the audience and paying attention to the speakers, you walk into your excellence. Not for you, but to build a culture of honor because you love your brothers and sisters next to you. That's to me what it means to build a culture of honor. But what is excellence? My friend Neil over here and I, every Saturday morning we sit at Starbucks and have conversations. If you don't know, Neil's been a Toastmaster since the late 1980s. And when Neil writes a speech, a 7-minute speech, maybe it's 3 or 4 pages, Neil will sit down and write a 20-page speech that he has to break down from 20 pages to 3 pages. That is excellence. Giving your all to your cause. And Neil does it because he always remembers the members. He does it because he remembers the people in his club. He does it because he remembers the people in his division. He remembers the members. My challenge to us is, are we doing that? I'm a recycled president. Over here sits, here sits the international president. And he said to me, why are you recycling? There was nobody else. There was nobody else. So here I am, and they're comparing me to recycled underwear, by the way. But excellence, do we do that? Do we walk into our own excellence every time we walk into the club? In the way we dress, in the way we speak, in the way we deliver our table topics, our timer roles. Every role matters, everything counts. And when we are excellent, then we rise. When we are excellent, people will walk through that door. You know why? Because that excellence is not for us. It's for them. And they will understand, first and foremost, they will grow. And they will want to be a part of that culture. So for me in the next year, I want to love you guys. I want to love you by building a culture of honor on a foundation of excellence. And if I see that you are lacking in excellence, I assure you, you will know. I would like to encourage you to join me to build a culture of excellence because you love. And because you love. Because you love. Be your own excellence. Toastmasters.